Hey, let's take a look at the Leatherman Wave, and we'll compare it as well to the Leatherman Rebar and see how they both stack up. But the Leatherman Wave, I've had this one for about 15 years now. This is the Gen 2. They sell the Gen 3 now. The only difference between them is going to be with the wire cutters on the pliers here. So my Gen 2, they are fixed. So if they get dull or damaged, there's not much you can do about it unless you send it into Leatherman and have them repair it. But the Gen 3, you can buy, it has removable wire cutters, so you can just simply exchange them out when they get dull. Other than that, it's the same exact tool. So let's take a look at this. When closed, you can access 4 different tools. You've got a serrated blade here. You've got a saw here. You've got a main blade. And you've got a file here with different textures on all of the different sides. Now, all of these tools do lock, and they have a liner lock. So to close them, you have to push this liner here towards the tool itself, and then you can close the tool. And then on the inside, we have the pliers, of course, the wire cutters, as we've already gone over. We've got a pair of scissors, very handy, and all of these tools lock as well when they're open. We have a flathead screwdriver, a wide one, and then we also have, I believe this one's an eyeglasses screwdriver. Yep, this is a small, very small screwdriver for eyeglasses. On this side, we've got a can opener, and then wire strippers, that little notch there. And then we also have a Phillips head screwdriver, and this can be removed. And then we have a flathead on the other side. Again, everything locks in place. The total weight of this is 8 3/8 ounces without the sheath. And the only thing that I really don't like about this, and I'm pretty vocal about it, is the blade, the main blade. What I don't like about the main blade, it's sharp, holds an edge, it's great. What I don't like about it, though, is if you notice the profile, the belly of the blade actually goes up and then dips back down. So this point is low, and then this point here is higher. So if you go to sharpen this on a flat stone, you're going to come into contact with the stone here and here, but you're going to miss the middle. So it makes it very hard for sharpening, in my opinion, unless you have a narrower stone, like a small whetstone or something that you can use, or a file and do it by hand. But until you grind down this little part right here to get it in line with the middle of the blade, then you're going to always sharpen here and here, and I do not like that. Customer service with Leatherman is great. I did damage this blade years and years ago. I simply sent it right in with the filling out the warranty thing online, and they sent it right back with a brand new blade. So not an issue there. The damage to the blade was my fault. I was cutting into something that had a steel core, and I was not aware of that. So, and then again, it made it hard to sharpen, and so I just opted to get a new blade. When compared to the Leatherman Rebar, I prefer the Leatherman Rebar myself. This one's a little lighter at 6 3/4 ounces versus 8 3/8 ounces. So this is a little lighter. It's a little narrower too by about a 1/16 of an inch. So it just takes up less of a footprint, less weight in my pocket or on my belt. Now the Leatherman Rebar, same thing, pliers, removable wire strippers, but it is a smaller set of pliers. The Rebar is like a jack of all trades compared to the Wave. It's just it's a little size down. The only thing that and I do like the main blade on the Rebar, which is a straight profile there, so it does sharpen easily, but it is a smaller blade. The only thing that the Rebar does not have that the Leatherman Wave has is a pair of scissors, but I modified mine so that it now does have a pair of scissors. So it has everything that I want on this Rebar, and this is my favorite carry tool. This one, though, stays in the car at all times in the glove box, and I have used it on several occasions for different things, but this one's a little heavier for my taste. I prefer to go with the Rebar, but if you do go with the Wave, you won't be disappointed. Like I said, the only issue I have is with the main blade, but if you can figure out a way to sharpen that, and if that's something you think you can tackle, then I think this would be a great knife for you. You'll have no problems with that. And you might want to even look into it. Maybe you can replace the main blade with a different model from a different knife that they have. So that's always something to look into as well. But this is Leatherman Wave. Good knife, solid, great quality. Can't go wrong with it. I just wish that they would change the blade profile.